Now, this is something that I alluded to, and I believe it's halfway through my original video. I'm like, let's just say this is all fake, right? To me, that really wasn't relevant. I don't care if it was fake or not. I showed that she's paid around $47,000 so far, and I do think she comes across as a spoiled brat. I could be wrong. I've never spoken to her before, but the way
it's just like, yeah, and we talk about it all the time with shit's being clip chimped and all that, but like, yo, ExtraEmily, like, we've seen it on here. She's been through her fair share of controversies on this page being covered alone. I ain't gonna lie. And one of the major things I always push is patterns of behavior, because yo, at the end of the day, words can do a lot. Words can convey a lot of things, but you know what actions can convey? Ooh, what you're probably gonna do next. So if your actions and like shit you've done and a repeated behavior shows that it's not going down a good path, and or you're going to make some not very good decisions and or make some mistakes, then yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hard to believe that you're going to be on a genuine tip, especially in situations like these. You know what I'm saying? Some big controversies you've had before. Like, come on now. You already know what it is. You saw title thumbnail. We are talking about ExtraEmily again. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Little backstory. If you saw the other vid we checked out yesterday, yeah, we covered by YN Sense. Shout out YN Sense. You already know. But I watch them again today. Spoilers. Gotta show the love. You already know. We're gonna get into it. But yeah, yesterday we saw the vid where apparently she had copyright strike Yeet on Twitter. Awk20,000 posting all the clips. Shout out Yeet. You know what I'm saying? Because she had a clip go out where apparently she was having a phone conversation or whatever with her dad, and her dad was on her ass. Not good. Because apparently, you know what I'm saying, way back when she had this whole situation where she owed her parents $170,000 in student loans. Or let me correct myself, did not owe her parents, but her parents apparently paid for her college, and heads was on hot with her ass like, yo, if you have the, you know what I'm saying, money in a platform to where you're making a good amount of cheese and you have the ability to pay her, like pay them, not even like her mom and dad back, like, why don't you, or whatever. But she apparently must have paid, like, I guess a good portion of it back. It was like 46K or some shit like that, which is not bad, but it definitely ain't full. Definitely ain't full. So within, obviously, sidebar that story, obviously on the clip that we seen that got taken down, she was on the conversation with her dad. And her dad was like, yo, like, why you trying to avoid the conversation? Yo, like, let's talk about them student loans. We need to see this money. And she kept saying she was gonna hang up on her dad. And she was going to like mad times. She said it like 3 different times and still didn't do that, John. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, it's looking like bad works, obviously, on the optics. Because, like, you still look bad for this. Like, yo, you still ain't pay off your parents? Terrible. But at the same time, it's like, is she farming while doing this? Because, yo, you could have definitely turned the phone off. Like I said in the vid, I would have been threw that boy out the window. I ain't going to lie. Because the cancellation, like she was saying in that clip, not taking it. We do not have the defense for that one, big man. We do not. So yeah, I don't know what was going on with that, John. So it probably was farm, but at the same time, yeah, I would believe if it isn't, because like ExtraEmily, hun, we need to up that intelligence stat. Other than that, though, you already know Trill's been yapping forever because Trill talks everything. Trill yaps everything. Let's get right into it and see how she responded. Like I said in the intro, yo. Y'all hear that? Is that YN Sense? We do indeed love to see it. Shout out YN Sense. She responded and she's mad. Obviously talking about ExtraEmily with the whole situation. We explained the intro. You can watch the OG vid down in the description. First link. Sure to love. Sure see love. And let's get right into this, jazz. Let's do it. Headphones do be acquired. Let's get into it.
I know what some of you might be thinking. Oscar, Sans, Mr. Society, how unemployed are you? This is
YN Sans?
like your 5th video within 24, 48 hours.
Ooh, rent looking high. I ain't gonna lie. Rent looking super high. Views looking good. I ain't gonna lie. We definitely accounts looking nice. Accounts looking nice. I'm not even gonna hold you. 500K. We up. Shout out. Talk about we. His ain't me. Trillion fell off. But still. Shout out YN Sense, dropping the good vids, and of course, always shout out the audience, the bros and the babes. It's always love to y'all. You gotta shout out the peoples.
You have to be living the saddest life of all time, and yeah, I am. What are you, sad, depressed, unemployed? And my answer to those,
yeah, Definitely unemployed. Mother's basement type of beat. Slop tuber shit. You know how we get down. Sloppy!
3 questions are yes, yes, and yes. But enough of this therapy session. Let's just get into the content. So a few hours ago, I made this video called She's Effing Insane, where I talk about the Twitch streamer who goes by ExtraEmily and her being not a very good person. I recommend the video. Go watch it. Long story
She's had her fair share of controversies.
short, the drama that pretty much inspired me to make that whole video was her not paying her parents back for college because
170. Crazy work. So out of 46... she would have still owed them like at least like a hundred and like what 118,000 or something like that, or maybe around 120 some. But still, that's still a hefty amount of change, man. Them's a lot of dollars.
because she owed $170,000, and the Loki kind of felt like she felt pride in not paying her parents back. She was laughing about it, making jokes about it. I mean, you can watch the full video for more
I
context.
say, yeah, in the initial clip, yeah, she was like, why? Like, they was questioning on that NMP Lord. It was like, yo, why you not paying her parents back? And she like, why? Nah, they good. They good. I don't know. Yo, we 170K down. I'm not good. Yo, we looking like Creator Clash 2 right now. It is not good.
That was one of my issues, but yet another issue was her abusing the copyright system, potentially shutting down someone's Twitter account because they didn't want that clip to be shown. I don't think that's smart. I don't support that. I don't think that's very epic, so I made my video on it. As a matter of fact,
like, that's a big joint on YouTube. Like, yo, if you abuse the DMCA system, now they cooking you for that shit. Like,
actually gave me a
especially
shout.
if you do it like to take down criticism. It's not even because like heads like rightfully stole your content or some shit like that. Like, they're done as fair use. You're just taking it down because, hey, you don't want the backlash. Well, that's a too bad. Take that to the chin. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out. He said another YouTuber, me, I'm that YouTuber, has joined the ExtraEmily conversation, and then he links my channel, shows a screenshot, appreciate the love. I gotta drop a like on that one. So let's just get into her responses. Literally came out when I was sleeping like a baby, so I'm kind of late to it, but she says, I was holding off on saying something. I would like to stand up for myself. Pretty brave, if you ask me. As a matter of fact, let me get up my chair. Let me give you a standing ovation because I respect this. Standing up for yourself, I could get behind that, right? I could support that, of course, Queen. Love this. So far, so good.
Of course, Queen.
Good. Point number 1, I pay my parents in 6-month installments. It's May. The next payment is scheduled in June. My dad is trolling and joking.
Okay.
Now, this is something that I alluded to, and I believe it's halfway through my original video. I'm like, let's just say this is all fake, right? To me, that really wasn't relevant. I don't care if it was fake or not. I showed that she's paid around $47,000 so far, and I do think she comes across as a spoiled brat. I could be wrong. I've never spoken to her before, but the way
it's just like, yeah, and we talk about it all the time with shit being clip chimped and all that, but like, yo, ExtraEmily, like, we've seen it on here. She's been through her fair share of controversies on this page being covered alone. I ain't gonna lie. And one of the major things I always push is patterns of behavior. Cause, yo, at the end of the day, words can do a lot. Words can convey a lot of things. But you know what actions can convey? Ooh, what you're probably gonna do next. So, if your actions and like shit you've done in a repeated behavior shows that it's not going down a good path, and or you're going to make some not very good decisions and or make some mistakes, then yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hard to believe that you're going to be on a genuine tip, especially in situations like these. You know what I'm saying? Some big controversies you've had before. Like, come on now.
way she portrays herself and the way she acts from the clips that I've seen, it just rubs me the wrong way. So to me, I was just like, okay, you know, whatever. I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna be shocked and ripping my fucking hair out and be like, whoa, influencers fake stuff. I would have never seen that coming, guys. I am so shocked. Like that has never ever happened, right? My issue is when you abuse the copyright system that could potentially make someone lose their income or lose.
Yeah, because if they lose their like platform, and obviously if that's their main source of income, It's gonna gravely affect their life, and it's over something where it's like, yeah, again, you're not even using the DMCA system correctly.
Boost their accounts. I am not a fan of that. I think there's ways you could have gone about it. You could have sent him a DM. You could have been like, hey, you know, can you take this down? You could have legitimately made this guy lose his income. There's ways to go about it. If you don't want to
But then that also doesn't make any sense, because then it's like she's saying now that it was a joke and all that, but then if it was a joke, why are you trying to take it down? Because if you were just fucking around, you could just be like, yo, we was just farming, bruh. Like, yo, you see the face guys do this all the time. Like, yo, good clip? Good clip? Like, yo, why didn't you just do some shit like that? It obviously shows that, hey, man, this might have been at least a little bit real.
Of yourself that's going around that you yourself live streamed, by the way. No one stole this from her iCloud. She willingly streams like 8 hours of her live. You could have sent him a DM. You could have been like, yo, can you add context to it? Or, you know, I'll give my side of the story. But immediately hitting the copyright claim button, I don't think that's a good move. And it does set a bad precedent. Point number 2, I DMCA'd the clips because I knew Twitter has a hate boner for me.
Is it just Twitter? I feel like Twitter is a majority because, you know, cesspool ass app. But, like, I ain't gonna lie. Do you feel like you be getting some rightful criticism? Interesting.
And would absolutely blow it up, starting another massive hate train on an out-of-context clip where people just make assumptions about the truth. You knew that Twitter hates you, so you decided to make people outside of Twitter hate you even more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense, because it's like she's acting like the only place she's getting criticism from is Twitter. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not be on that cesspool of an app. I have a Twitter, but I'm only on that boy to find clips and John. Again, shout out heads like ye, for example. Like, yo, I'm not posting on there, but she's getting criticism from me. I'm on YouTube, so that doesn't compute. You can get criticism from other platforms. Yeah, Twitter might be the one that may start up the most of the shitstorm, but it's also going to be storms other places too. When it rains, it pours.
Okay, great play, Chief. Like, what's the thinking process here? Here's what I'm going to do, okay? People on Twitter hate me. Let's now give them a valid reason to hate me even more. And the thing is, this reached me on Twitter. I think I don't have a Twitter account. I only have Instagram, and it reached me. So
that's what I'm saying. It reached me, and I don't go on any other platform except for this one. Like, I might look on my gram once. Twitter, never. Shit, what else? I don't even know. What other platforms is there? TikTok, I'll be damned. The Brain Rot app, never.
On your quest to troll or fuck with people on Twitter, you just brought more attention to this. What's the thinking process here? People hate me, so now let's give them even more ammunition. Yo, this is kind of retarded. I'm not gonna lie. I'll show you that I'm horrible by being horrible and potentially costing this guy his income. Okay, great moves. 1,000 IQ moment right here. The internet did that anyway, so I guess it'll happen regardless.
Yeah, no shit.
Love that. However, bitch, I don't regret DMCAing anyone when someone's main goal is to share a drama baiting out of context clip that has no information and is most likely just to start hate.
Okay, alright, we're sending more. You know what, M? You got it. You got it, big bro. This you. This you. Hedge just gonna start to hate. It's totally not like in that clip you yourself said mad times, okay dad, I'm gonna hang up. Okay dad, I'm gonna hang up. Okay dad, I'm hanging up now. Like, yo, it was the same shit at the hot dog stand. Okay. Like, bro, what are we talking about, bruh? This shit is crazy. You could have easily just stopped that clip from happening, and now you're talking about heads just going drama bait. Heads just gonna go out their way to hate. It's like, then couldn't you go out your way to mitigate, you know, the situation by hanging up? Never.
If you know Twitter hates you, why would you ever give them more ammunition? Truth be told, I don't know why Twitter hates you that much. I don't know that much about you. I made a video a few months ago, low-key kind of defending you and low-key simping. A tier 3 simp.
Low-key simping.
Out here.
Tier 5 shit? Nah, bro. Tier 5 Pokemon subs? Oh, never, bro. That's a whole different breed.
Hey, leave her alone, guys. She did not say the N-word. So, I'm not a hater. I'm not an op. I'm just seeing this as a normie, I guess, and it makes you look horrible. It is not a good look for you or your brand. Doubling and tripling down on this situation, not a very good move, in my opinion. If there was a video of me going around, of me saying dumb shit, and I don't like it, I'm going
Yeah, but the problem for her is there's multiple of those.
to reach out to the person and be like, hey, man, can you please take that down? You know, there's ways to go about it, or just ignore it. Like, who the fuck cares? If you would have never done that, I would have never.
That's exactly where I always lead back to. It's like, well, stupid actions get stupid consequences, but you know how you avoid that? You just don't do stupid actions.
Talked about it. Now, if they do share a moment where I truly fuck up, then I take responsibility and let the clips roam free.
Yo, Em, when you ran that red light, was that one of those moments? I ain't gonna lie, did you truly fuck up then, or like did you just like blatantly rerun that shit? Because I'm not gonna hold you. If you wasn't fucking around with the cam, you might not have done that. Interesting.
Number 3, it has been exhausting seeing all these harassment comments, clips, and videos towards me. On the clip where my dad was just trolling me, I want to stand up for myself and stop misinformation from spreading. And I also ask that the people on the internet take these clips with a grain of salt.
But what's the misinformation though? See, we still haven't got to that point. What's the misinformation? From what I'm seeing, especially in that clip too, he was asking you, why are you avoiding like paying and all that genre, talking about paying and all that jazz. Yeah, you're paying in the increments, but yo, he pressing you like, what's up? What's up? It didn't seem like he had a joking manner. I ain't gonna lie. And is Trilly getting too parasocial? Probably. Why do I give a fuck? I probably shouldn't. Actually, I definitely should not. I'm gonna keep it all buck. To be honest with you, I really don't. But it's still the factor of like, why are we up here bullshitting? Like, who's spreading the misinformation? Because what we've seen from the clip and the factor of you wanting to take it down, it seems like you're trying to hide it, which means, may it be truthful,
I don't think it's the worst response of all time. I do think it's weird and pretty stupid to double and triple down, being like, oh yeah, I did it, and I don't care. I mean, I wouldn't personally do this. I think it's scummy, and it does make you look bad, and the precedent it could set, and just the internet as a whole is not a very good precedent, if I gotta keep it real. I mean, I guess by her logic, if anyone ever makes a video on me and I don't like it, if they're mean, right? If they say something mean and it makes me cry and suicidal, I will just strike the whole video down. I guess.
Well, I'll be telling you, say goodbye to your channel, because if you do that, that is YouTube channel. Sewer slide. Bye bye. I ain't gonna lie, sewer slide. Fucking buzzword shit is cringe. Back to the lobby with the channel.
Yes, that's the move for 2025. If we're doing that, there's a few videos I need to strike. There's a few ops
a few ops
I gotta take care of. One of the top replies says, stop abusing DMCA. Cool,
Facts.
So you admit to abusing DMCA takedowns.
Facts.
You're a dog shit human. That's the thing. You didn't silence the critics, and this went beyond Twitter. This went to YouTube, and I believe I saw it on Reddit as well. In your way to silence people and take shit down, it just amplified everything, and it just made everything so much worse for you. And now there's so many other people that hate you, and they're calling you mean things. Now, I wouldn't say anything that...
Is she a dog shit human being? Nah, I wouldn't say that. Is she a dumbass human being? Yeah.
That's offensive or mean. Never. You went about it in the stupidest way possible, and well, now you can't cry.
Sue them?
So basically, you're just going to keep abusing DMCA. I guess so. This is why when stuff like this happens, the second you try to suppress it or hide it, it just makes things so much worse. It just becomes a much, much, much bigger deal than it should have been. And I've seen this play time and time and time and time again, where people think they can suppress
repeat process, pattern of behavior, say it all the time,
certain information or strike videos down, and then it just becomes a whole mess. Seen it way too many times to be like, this never works out. Just own it, ignore it, or move on. Those are your 3 options. And I do think Emily is in the wrong. I do think she's an idiot for this, and this is some pussy ass behavior and some loser ass behavior. Not a fan.
It's like, and this is what I keep saying, and it's like, this is not the only controversy that she's been in. Like, there's been so many of these jazzes, and it's also that factor of like, yo, I'm pretty guaranteed she's farming at least 80% of this shit. So it's like, yo, if you don't want a good amount of these moments and shit to happen, or like where you can get clipped and have this shit happen where all of a sudden it's taken out of context and all this shit, like, yo, you just gotta go about this shit's better, Em. I'm not gonna lie. Again, clips like the red light shit, that's not too good looks on your rap. No, ma'am.
Of it personally. That's all I gotta say. What do you guys think of the situation? Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I am thirsty. It is like 97 degrees right now. Sheesh. I'm gonna go and get a fucking popsicle.
I'm not gonna lie, it's bricks over here.
And suck on that. Okay, well, pause. Pause. I'm never beating the sus allegations. Anyways, I am gonna head out. Bye.
You already know what it is, gang. Shout out Wine Sense. You already know. We love Wine Sense. That was, she responded and she's mad, obviously talking about ExtraEmily. If you want to watch the OG vid, down in the description. First link, Shoulder Level Wine Sense. Always be watching Wine Sense on the daily. Had to get out a little Wine Sense slop. We do love to see it indeed. Love need to be shared. Always. Yeah, final opinions and conjecture. The response was cute, but I ain't gonna lie, I really think the factor that mainly needs to point out here is one. Yeah, it all leads back to the one thing that Wayne and I can't even talk. Jeez, why does this always happen, bro? It's really never gonna be able to grammar. It's never gonna happen. Yeah, never. Dumbass. Anyway, Wayne Sense was saying it in the vid a little bit. It just goes back to the factor of like none of these things would spawn or none of this hate or whatever would spawn, even though like, well, yeah, now some of it's hate, like niggas calling you dog shit meme, that's crazy, but like all motherfuckers giving you genuine criticism off the shits because it's off of Jones that you've done, or at least you've recorded yourself doing, or you've been on stream doing it. Not mitigating that happening by, you know, hanging up the phone and or turning the stream off, but bar none off of that too. Like, yeah, a lot of these things can just be avoided if she just, you know, probably not getting into these situations. But again, Miss ExtraEmily, pattern of behavior. Same time next week, yeah, we'll be seeing her the next time she does some dumb shit. Like, I can't anymore. Anyway, though, share the love again with One Sense, and I'll be catching y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.